Hey everyone, David here. So I'm making a video because this is something I think I need to do. It's for the betterment of my campaign. I've thought about it pretty hard. I was taking a sick day today. I wasn't 100%. But getting to the point, I am trying to run my campaign as its own thing, its own individual campaign. And I'm going to explain why I'm doing what I'm doing. So please hear me out on this video. So, for the betterment of my campaign, I'm going to focus on strictly my campaign and doing what I plan on doing and what my goals are. So no matter what Trump does, no matter what Trump thinks, no matter what Trump says, I'm not going to be running as a Trump candidate. We got too many of those. We got too many of those that are claiming to be Trumpers. And I know everybody's going to be shocked because I've been one of the biggest Trump supporters I can think of. And it's because my own party is starting to get too far away from what we need to be focused on. We've become so focused on everything Trump that we've forgot about traditional conservative values, and we've even become more focused on the Christian aspect than America in itself. So, for the betterment of my campaign, and I'm going to say this, if I gain a Trump endorsement, it's because he believes in what I'm doing. I am not going to actively pursue it. If I get it, I get it. If I don't, I don't. But my campaign is going to run for you, the people. I'm running for you. I'm running to represent you. And I'm going to give everything in my ability to fight for you. So, for the betterment of my campaign, I'm running on traditional conservative values. My plan is being compared closer to Reagan. If you want to draw a comparison, draw it there. I do not actively follow like that. And what I mean is we've almost became too addicted to what Trump says, and this is going to interfere with my campaign. And don't get me wrong, I still have my personal feelings, but for the betterment of my campaign, I am not going to sit here and focus on anything with Trump. My campaign is its own campaign. It's its own thing, its own creation. That's why I have Republicans. That's why I have Democrats. I would love to have libertarians. It is a campaign for the people. I am aiming to be the people's candidate. And I will not blindly follow a leader, even if it is Trump. I will not blindly follow a leader and just think because it's Trump that he can't do wrong. We've seen Trump has made more than his share of mistakes. He definitely on Twitter. And I can see how that would offend people. After talking to a libertarian that was very passionate about his values, I found that I'm going to be constantly fighting this Trump aspect. It's bad enough that I'm going to be fighting the fact that I personally supported Trump. And I still have my own personal feelings about him. But I don't actively and blindly follow a leader, no matter what side it's on. Republicans got good ideas. Democrats got good ideas. Libertarians got good ideas. And we need to focus on what we need to focus on to make this country better. So my campaign will not be tied to the Trump campaign. If he endorses it, it's because he believes in what we're doing. Period. And same way, I'd take a Bernie, I'd take a Ron Paul, I'd take any of them, and all the same factors. These candidates, if they endorse me, it's because they believe in what I believe in. And that's what I'm going to focus on. I'm going to focus on me and my campaign. I only am in support of me. Now, granted, I will tell you, I do like Derek Gates. Please do go support him. But me and myself, I am only going to be focused on me and my campaign and what I'm doing. And it doesn't affect me whether Trump likes something or he doesn't. It doesn't affect me. I'm going to do what I want to do and what my campaign is driven to do. And that is to give the power back to you, the American citizen. I am telling you this because I'm not going to actively sit here and blindly follow, and I don't want you to blindly follow me. I want everyone to understand I'm doing this because the only people winning right now is the government. And we have to unite all sides and stand up with a candidate that is an American, that is for the citizens. A patriot that's for the citizens. And I unfortunately am not going to I'm not going to be able to do that if I have to constantly focus on separating myself from Trump. So, I am going to, like I said, I'm not going to actively pursue it. I'm kind of cutting that tie, I guess you could say. We've got enough Trump candidates out there. If that's just what you're diehard into, then go right ahead. But my campaign's its own thing. And now I'll give you a reason why I'm doing this. I'm doing this because it was talking to this libertarian and talking to my friend that is my secondary advisor and seeing their passion and stuff for their hate. And granted, I can see where their dislike for Trump and following Trump comes in. And when I weighed that out, I realized that there's no way in the world I'm going to be able to sit here, constantly fight that, and show people that I'm my own thing if I have to constantly keep battling the Trump aspect. I know there's people over here on the Trump side that'll consider me a traitor. Understand, I am running on me. So this isn't me being a turn against Trump. I like a lot of what he did. I think there are definitely some positives that he brought to the table. And I think, I can get away with acknowledging that there are things that I did like. But for the betterment of the campaign and for the betterment of what I'm trying to do, I think that this is the best option because I am trying to build a campaign to reach all sides. I want to unite the people so we can have the power back. So, that said, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to focus on me and my campaign. This has nothing to do with anything else. This is just a decision that I'm making because my campaign needs to be its own thing. It has to. If it isn't, I'm going to constantly be battling the Trump aspect. I'm going to be and that's not going to help my campaign at all. It's not. And I think when people see that I can appeal to a broader audience and I can better represent because that's what I'm trying to do. I want to work for the American citizens. I want to prove to you guys that I'm the candidate you need to fix this state. So that's why I think I needed to cut this video. I know there's people on my side that's not going to like it. And understand I'm doing what I have to do and I feel I need to do to set my campaign apart. My campaign, I'm not Trump. I'm not Trump. I'm never going to be Trump. Neither are any of the other candidates. So if you try to compare any of us to Trump, it's never going to happen. Trump is his own thing. I'm not Reagan. Never going to be Reagan. I have to be my own campaign. I have to be my own candidate, and I have to be who I'm going to be. And I am not going to sit here and constantly try to defend a guy that if I tied myself to Trump, guess what? Trump gets up there, says something stupid, goodbye to my campaign. Trump does something stupid, goodbye to my campaign. Even if I don't agree with what he did, it would be goodbye to my campaign. And I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to tie myself like that and say, hey, the hell with my campaign and the hell with the American citizen. The hell, I'm not going to do that. Not a chance. I need to appeal to a larger scale and I need to be my own individual entity. And I think putting this out will help the parties in the center and, people to the left understand while I had my personal feelings, I'm putting this out to give a reassurance to you that I'm running for myself. And whatever Trump says or does, or whatever Trump thinks, that's Trump. I'm separating myself. My campaign is its own thing, and what I'm trying to do is its own thing. I promise you, I'm here to fight for you, the American citizen. You are my number one goal. And fixing this and giving back the power to the people, that's my number one goal. Because I'm sick of all this government control and it's going the wrong direction. And we're not going to do it unless we unite. And that's going to be too much of a, turn off for a lot of people. So I have to do this because it's for the betterment of my campaign. I know a lot of people are going to be shocked with me putting out this video knowing how much of a Trump supporter I am. And that's why I'm spending a little time explaining why I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm doing what I'm doing because I'm not just another Trump candidate. I'm David Brewer, and I'm running for your California governor. I want to save the state. I want to save our country. I want to save our troops. I want to save everything I could possibly save. And I have only one goal, and that's to fix what we're losing. We're losing this country. And it's because of the division that is going on. And I am not going to stand by and be divisive. I'm going to stand there and be me. The person you see is the person you get. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm just going to be me. So, I'm putting this out so people understand. My campaign is its own. And I will run it the way that I intended. I will not just follow blindly behind Trump. Thank you guys. And this was hard for me. This was hard. But I weighed out a lot of the options. And I just don't see a way forward that I don't constantly have to battle. And to do what I'm trying to do, I don't need to be sitting here spending 45 minutes trying to explain why I supported Trump. I have to be my own individual entity. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm me. I'm the Gator. And if these politicians, which includes Trump, if they're getting in the swamp and they're playing in the swamp, I don't care if it's Trump, Biden, Bernie, I don't care who you are. If you're in the swamp and you're getting dirty, get out of the swamp now. Because the Gator's coming. And if you ain't out by the time I get there, I'm taking you to the bottom and I'm going to roll you. Have a good day.